How's it going today, guys? My name is JSP, and today we have a lot to talk about. Ryan Poles this morning had a press conference just pretty much explaining what he's going to try to do in this offseason, what he's going to do with the first overall pick. Obviously, he can't explain everything to the public because he doesn't want to let the other GMs and all their teams know how he's going to work around them, how he's going to play him this offseason. But overall, I believe he had a decent press conference. He explained what he wanted to do. But I really just had one problem with what Ryan Poles said. He didn't say no to the question, are you going to possibly draft a quarterback in this upcoming draft? He did not say straight up no. I personally wanted him to say straight up, no, we are committed to Justin Fields. He is our quarterback. Yes, we are still going to evaluate the other quarterbacks because that is just a process we go through. But no, we are not drafting a quarterback. But now the talk of the offseason is, is Justin Fields the guy? Should the Bears take a quarterback at 1? No. I am sorry, you are an idiot. Okay, you're not an idiot. You're just a dumb moron who doesn't know how to think. But politically correctly, I can't call you idiots. Whatever the term is, you are an idiot if you think we should take a quarterback, Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Will Levis, whoever. Oh, I hit my mic. Whoever at the number 1 spot when we can get a boatload of draft picks to build around Justin Fields. It makes no sense. It makes zero logical sense to take a Bryce Young, a CJ Stroud at number 1 and put him in the same position that Justin Fields was in the past year and just throw Bryce Young to the Wolves behind that offensive line, behind one of the worst wide receiver cores I've seen in years, and just throw him out there and just, hey, good luck. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. We are hoping, if we draft a quarterback, we are hoping he could be as good as Justin Fields or better. Justin Fields, we already have him on our team, and he can be even better. He can be evaluated with a better team around him. He can be elevated with a better team around him. So why would we draft another quarterback and put him in the same situation when we can just trade back, or even if he likes him enough and he doesn't think he's going to be at like 4, 5, 6, whenever they're going to trade back to, if he likes him enough, he can get Will Anderson or Jalen Carter or what's the other one? NBS or something like that, and whatever. I forgot his name. It's Jackson something, but I don't know. You know what I mean. I can never pronounce his last name. I don't know why. But if they like him enough, they can pick him first. Just do not take a quarterback. Okay? I'm going to go over some things that Ryan Poles has said. He said something about David Montgomery. He said he's always wanted to get a deal done with him. He's always wanted to try to keep him on the team. Ryan Poles likes him as a character, as a player. Now it just comes to contract part. Okay? So if Dave Montgomery wants to sign maybe like a $5, $6, $7 million a year deal, then he can probably stay on the Bears long term. But if David Montgomery is trying to probably get paid a little bit more, because honestly, in my opinion, he's like a top 15 running back. He doesn't have the yards, but he's got the strength, he's got the power, he's got the tackles broken. He can break tackles. So, Dave Montgomery, I would love to keep him on here. We just had the franchise record rushing this past season. So, I mean, why would you not want to keep that going? David Montgomery had a part of that. Khalil Herbert had a part of that, but mainly Justin Fields had a part of that. But still, I think David Montgomery is a very solid running back, and if he goes somewhere else, I think he's gonna fly there. He's gonna be great there. Another thing that he said was he's not going to go crazy in free agency, even though we have all of this money. I don't know how much it is. It's over $100 million. It's by far the most. He's not going to go crazy in free agency. Now, what he means is he's not going to overpay people like crazy, like Christian Kirk, where they just had to pay him a lot just to get the cap space rolling. And he's going to evaluate them. Oh my God, there's something in my eye. He's going to evaluate the player. He's going to evaluate the future, what he can bring to the table for the future and now for the Chicago Bears. And he's not going to overpay. Like Christian Kirk, the Jaguars probably just said, name your price. And he said, what, $24 million a year or some shit like that? Ryan Poles is not going to overpay. I'm not saying he's not going to like slightly overpay people. He's not going to like not pay for people at all. Like if DeAndre Hopkins is asking for $10 million a year and it's probably slightly a little bit too much, I'm just spitballing here. But if it's slightly a little bit too much for Ryan Poles, he'll probably go for it because we desperately need people at that position. We need a veteran. We need rookies. We need people in between. We need everything. And Ryan Poles has been put in this impossible task to fix this roster in a year. Because if Justin Fields isn't good next year either, and I think he will be, he's going to be even better. But if he's not good, if we end the year 3-14 again, then we can start talking about drafting another quarterback. I love Justin Fields. I want nothing. Oh my God, get out of my eyeball. I want nothing in this world more than for Justin Fields to succeed on the Chicago Bears. Because I know for a fact, that if we trade him this offseason, possibly even next offseason, but if we trade him this offseason to the Falcons, to the Panthers, to the whoever needs him, he is going to ball out, and we are going to regret it for the rest of our lives. We better not draft a QB. There is not a single situation where drafting a QB makes logical sense. Next offseason, if he still sucks, if we end 3-14 again, and we have around the first overall pick next year, yes, I get it. This year, it makes zero logical sense to draft a quarterback. Literally zero. I don't want to hear it in the comments. I don't want to hear it at all. It makes no goddamn sense to draft a quarterback this season. Like I said, next season, it's a decent QB draft class. It's if Justin Fields does not pan out, even with pieces around him, if he still can't really get the consistency in the passing game going, there's flashes. There's been tons of flashes this year. It just hasn't been consistent. He has no time to throw. He has one of the worst wide receiver cores in the past 5 years. What else is he supposed to do? You can't throw him out there to the Wolves with that offensive line and that wide receiver core and expect him to be good and expect him to be a good passer. The only reason he almost broke the single rushing yards in a single season by a QB is because he was running for his life every play. How can you evaluate him and say that he is bad when you give him that team? Ryan Poles, I swear to God, if you draft a quarterback, you are going to lose a lot of fans. Literally, the talk of the season, the talk of the entire season for Bears fans has been solely Justin Fields. That is the reason we're even watching on Sundays. Justin Fields is the reason we have been watching every single Sunday, and if I'm not saying he's going to, and you're going to take that away from us, yes, Bryce Young could be good. Yes, CJ Stroud could be good. But we know what we have with Justin Fields. Now, all you have to do is build around him. Get him a team so he's not running for his life every play. Get him some coaches. I mean, I know Matt Eberflus and Luke Getsy, they're first-year coaches, but I don't have 100% faith in them. I really don't. So it just makes, at least this year, like I said, this year, it makes zero logical sense to draft a quarterback. Zero. We already know what we have with Justin Fields. We don't know what we have with them. Yes, you have the college highlights, but not everybody transfers to the NFL decently. Got a QB that's been in the league for 2 years. He has 2 years of NFL experience. Now get him some pieces around him. It makes no sense to draft a quarterback. It makes all the sense in the world to trade back with the Colts or with the Texans or with with the Raiders. They need a quarterback. With whoever, just trade it back. Get at least 1 or 2 more first-round picks or 1 first-round pick and probably their best player on their team, because this is the first pick of the draft. It is worth a lot. It is worth a lot. And I honestly, I wouldn't mind if Ryan Poles tricks people into saying, yeah, we're going to look at the QBs, and then because people really need QBs. They're desperate. The Colts today, I think it's their GM or Chris Ballard or whoever. I don't care who that is. The Colts, Chris Ballard, said that they're extremely desperate for a young quarterback. They will do anything that they can in this world to get the quarterback they like. So if they like one of the 2 or 3 quarterbacks that are going to go high in this draft, they will give up 2, 3 first-round picks, and maybe even Michael Pittman Jr., maybe Shaquille Leonard. Who knows? That would be awesome. Who knows? Desperate teams will give up desperate picks. They don't care. They don't care about their picks. They just want to save their job. They want to be good. They want the fans to like them. So they will give up a lot of draft capital for the first overall pick, and we have that. Yeah, Robert Griffin III says that. Jalen Carter, Will Anderson, Will Levis, Bryce Young. This is going to be the talk of the offseason. This is why I wanted to go into this press conference and just Ryan Poles just says, no, we are not drafting a quarterback. Yes, it might mean that other people might be desperate and he's kind of like tricking these other GMs but it's happened before. GMs are not stupid. So I really just wanted him to go in and just say no, just straight up no answer. No, we are going with Justin Fields from now on, and we are just going to build around him. That is what I wanted to hear. Other than that, it was a great press conference. But he just was not committed to Justin Fields. I heard Swagoo on ESPN say something like this, and it was a really good point. It sucks that he's not committed to Justin Fields 100%, because when you ask the same question to the Chiefs GM, what would he say? Hey, are you going with are you going with Patrick Mahomes next season? And he'd be like, why are you even asking me that? Hell yeah, I am. Because they're so committed to Patrick Mahomes. And I know Justin Fields is not Patrick Mahomes, but he could be. He could be. And I know it's these past couple years have been he say, she say, could be, he could be. But you see the talent You see the body figure. If you look at his body figure compared to Bryce Young's, we better not take Bryce Young. Behind that offensive line, if you take a quarterback, number one, you're pretty much saying, I'm going to throw you to the wolves in the trenches behind the same offensive line as Justin Fields played with last year. So good luck. So I will be pissed to the point where I will not even be a Bears fan anymore if Ryan Poles takes a quarterback. I will be kind of pissed, semi-pissed, if he takes somebody at first overall and it's somebody I like. I will be really pissed if it's somebody I don't like. But I will be also semi-pissed is if he takes somebody and doesn't trade back, because I kind of want him to trade back, unless he doesn't have any takers. We just need to trade back. We have so many holes to fill in this team than just one position. And that one position, the one position I'm not worried about this offseason is quarterback. That is the one position on the Chicago Bears it doesn't need to be fixed. That is literally the one position. Running back needs to be, we have Montgomery's leaving. Wide receiver, offensive line, linebacker, D-line, cornerback. Literally every position except quarterback needs to be looked at this offseason. We need new keys. We need new pieces at every position but quarterback. I don't know why people are saying we should draft a quarterback. It makes literally 0 sense. 0. I'm sorry, you are a freaking idiot if you think we need a new quarterback. It makes no sense. I'm sorry. If you're a Bears fan and you're saying we need a quarterback, you are a straight up idiot. I am so sorry, but you freaking are. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. You're a freaking idiot. This narrative is stupid. We need a new quarterback. Okay? In my opinion, we need a whole new freaking team besides quarterback. We are literally in the exact opposite position as the Jets. The exact opposite position. They have the team. They have a win now team. They just need a quarterback. Imagine if they drafted Justin Fields. Honestly, the Jets GM, I guarantee you, is probably going to be ringing Ryan Poles' line all offseason, asking the price for Justin Fields. I'm not kidding. Maybe not all offseason, but they might at least once. Just, hey, Ryan Poles, is Justin Fields for sale? Sorry, I got carried away there, but my God, it makes no sense why we would ever need / even consider drafting a quarterback when we have the golden goose right in front of us. You just need to put some pieces together in the puzzle. Right now, the puzzle is in the box. We just need to put it together. And we have some decent pieces in the puzzle. And that one decent piece is quarterback. And the rest of the pieces of the puzzle need to be found because they're fucking missing. So, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that analogy. But fuck it, man. Draft a quarterback and just burn Dallas Hall to the ground, man. If you seriously want to draft a quarterback, we aren't going to be good for another 100 years. And I will die without the Bears even having a Super Bowl. I mean, they have a Super Bowl, but I won't be able to see one in my lifetime. I'm only 23 years old, and I've never seen a Bears Super Bowl. I mean, I've seen them in it, but I was 5 or 6, and I didn't even watch it because I was 6 years old, and they got shit on by Peyton Manning. Anyway, so I just for once want to see my team have a explosive offense for 10 plus years, just like the Chiefs are doing. Why can't we be that team? We've never been that team. I've been watching this team for 15 years, and we've just never been that team where we've been explosive and we've been threatening every game. Right now, that's the Eagles. Why can't we be the next Eagles? I don't see why we couldn't. But anyway, I will spend 20 minutes on this rant. So I will see you guys in the next one. I'll have content all off season. So hit the subscribe button for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and bear down.